Welcome to our online Gentle Yoga class with ThetaHealing. Today's topic is going to be compassion and loving kindness. We probably cannot practice compassion every moment of every day and go more and more deeply into it. So just as a reminder, yoga is so much more than just poses. Sometimes people think it's the stretching and strengthening of the body, and it is that, but also, as Patanjali said in his Yoga Sutras so many years ago, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. That's the essence, and some of you may have no idea what that means. So it basically means yoga stills the fluctuations of the mind. We all know how restless the mind can get, and it's really hard to feel compassion when our mind is all over the place, judging ourselves, judging others, and then we get into the emotions of worry, doubt, fear, anger, resentment, irritation. And again, it's just very challenging to find compassion when we're in that. So in this practice especially, we're going to really focus on letting go of any of those emotions. We'll let go of the restlessness in the body. Sometimes it's subtle. We may not even know that we're holding stuck energies or restlessness. But once we go through the practice, you realize, I feel much calmer in my body and also in the mind. And through the Theta Healing, we'll open up all kinds of new possibilities so we become more and more compassionate to ourselves and other people, animals, plants, and the planet and the world. So close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position, whatever that is for you. I'm sitting on my heels with a blanket on my heels. You can sit cross-legged, however you like to sit, whatever is comfortable for you in this moment. Then just roll your shoulders back a few times and let go of any stress, worry, tension in your shoulders. And the best yoga practice is when you're fully in tune with yourself, with your own being, with your breath, when you give yourself what you need rather than trying to go as deep into a pose as you possibly can. The depth is more about the focus on the breath and the presence. So be fully present and give yourself what you need. And come to stillness, your spine is straight, your heart is open. With the next inhalation, float your palms to your heart in Anjali Mudra. That's our mudra for this practice. You've practiced it many times, probably seen it many times. It's really helping us to open our heart, connect with our heart center, and feel gratitude. And through the fingertips, we can share that gratitude with the world. So when we practice compassion and gratitude for ourselves, we automatically shine it out into the world, and it's going to help everyone around us. So just center yourself in your heart, take a few breaths, breathing with compassion. Self-love, love and compassion for other people. Breathing gently through the nose, and that alone helps us to calm the nervous system and come back home to our true self. That peace and love that's always inside of us. And set an intention for this practice, an affirmation that you breathe with throughout the whole class. It could be, I am compassionate. I feel compassion. I am loving and kind. Whatever resonates with you, what do you want to cultivate today? Just breathe with that for a couple of rounds of breath, whatever that is for you. I'm just going to choose as an example, I am compassionate. Really feel it in your heart. Compassionate with my body, my whole being, my life, all my experiences. I'm compassionate towards everyone. And then roll onto your back. Place your feet on the outside of the mat. So your feet are wide, and then bring your knees together. And you can feel out, given that every body is so unique, feel out where your feet want to be so that your knees can come together, and it's a nice release for your lower back. So they may be as wide as your mat, your feet, or a little bit wider than the mat. It shouldn't be strenuous, so really create your own yoga, your union with your body, mind, breath, your soul, and the creator of all that is. And just take a few breaths here. Your arms are by your side, palms facing up. You can gently tuck your chin towards your chest and breathe with your affirmation. I am compassionate, or whatever your affirmation is. With every inhalation, your belly rises. With every exhalation, let your belly fall. Would you like to release the belief that you're unsupported, stressed and overwhelmed?
Yes.
And say yes out loud to tell the universe, yes, I'm ready for this change. And it's being released on the history, core, genetic and soul level. So deep reprogramming of the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the DNA. And support is often related to our lower back. Would you like to know what it feels like to feel supported and trust that you deserve it?
Yes.
Beautiful. And bring your arms over your head, stretch your arms long, extend, and hold on to the opposite elbow. If you like, you can bring your feet hip distance apart, and then bring your arms back. You can walk your shoulder blades in towards each other, and your forearm or your wrist may touch the earth. If it doesn't touch the earth, just have that intention to bring your arms back. Opening your shoulders, and still giving your lower back a nice release. Your feet and your legs can be hip distance apart at this time. Then lower your arms onto the earth, palms facing down to feel grounded, or up to receive fresh energy. With the next exhalation, bring the lower back onto the earth. Inhale, arch. Exhale, gently press the lower back towards the earth. And just flow like that with your own breath, breathing with I am compassionate, or whatever you like to cultivate in this practice. Allowing your breath to move your body. Arching with the inhalation. And pressing your lower back into the earth with the exhalation. It's kind of nice to have the palms up. This way you know you're not pressing your palms into the earth. You're really using your back muscles. Would you like to know what it feels like to have a relaxed, open and free back so that you can really allow the support in and also allow the compassion from other people in?
Yes.
Nice. And then come to stillness. Walk your feet out as wide as your mat and windshield wipe your legs. Both knees to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both knees to the left. Inhale back to center. Slow, deep breaths through the nose. Exhale to the right, flowing at your own pace, creating your own experience. Would you like to know how to co-create your reality in every moment with compassion?
Yes.
I am compassionate. Then next time your knees move to the left, come back to center and gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side, massaging your back. And move your knees in circles, giving your lower back a nice massage. Would you like to release all anger, frustration, irritation, resentment, sadness, worry, doubt, fear that no longer serves you?
Yes.
Breathe it out, move it out. So none of these emotions need to be stuck in your body or your mind. And then reverse direction with your knees. And come to stillness and place your right foot onto the earth. Bring your left ankle over your right leg. And with your left hand, press your left leg away from you. Breathing with compassion. You can flex your left foot to protect your left knee. And this is already a beautiful hip stretch. And often we hold a lot of stuck energies in the hips, so that's a nice way to move all that out. So we can create more and more space to feel love, kindness, and compassion. If you like, you can lift up your right foot and bring your legs towards you. Bring your left hand through the opening, then clasp your hands either on the back of your right thigh or 2 inches below your right knee. So you're drawing your right leg in, and with your left elbow, you're pressing your left leg back. And that's completely optional. You could just rest your foot on the earth. Opening the hip, creating more space in our foundation. I'd like to know how to create space and openings in your body, mind, and life.
Yes.
Beautiful. One more inhalation. The next exhalation, press your leg back a little bit more with your left elbow pressing your left leg away from you. And place both feet onto the earth. Take a moment and notice how you feel. Not judging, just noticing with compassion. Would you like to know how to live without judging yourself and others and trust that it's possible?
Yes.
Nice. Then place your right ankle on top of your left leg. With your right hand, press your right leg away from you and feel a nice stretch in your right hip. flex your right foot to protect your right knee. Your chin is gently tucked towards your chest. You're breathing with your affirmation, bringing more and more compassion, loving kindness into your whole being. If you like, you can lift your left foot up off the mat, bring your legs towards you, and with your right hand, bring it through the opening and clasp your hands either 2 inches below your knee, or you can clasp them behind your thigh. Maybe have the other thumb on top. Your right elbow presses your right leg away from you. Your foot is still flexed. You're creating a nice opening in your hip. Can we align your definition, perspective, and understanding of compassion with Creator's definition, perspective, and understanding?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to see God, how to see the Creator and the divine in everybody?
Yes.
Nice. Deep, slow breaths. One more inhalation. One more exhalation. Opening your hip a little bit more. And lower your feet onto the earth. And notice how you feel. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Rock forward and back, giving your whole back a nice massage. And come into a seated position. Have your left leg in front of you. And bring your right foot to your inner left thigh. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, come forward half of the way, reaching forward, lengthening with your left foot flexed. Inhale, come all the way up, engaging your belly. Exhale, come forward 3/4 of the way, reach forward, lengthen. Inhale, engage your belly to protect your back, come all the way up. And exhale, lower down all the way, and your hands can rest on the earth, on your shin, or you can hold on to your foot. If you feel any pain in your back, just soften the pose and bring your hands onto the earth. With every inhalation, lift up slightly, create some space. With every exhalation, engage your left leg and allow the breath to lower your torso over your straight leg. Being fully present with your breath and practicing compassion in this yoga practice. Would you like to know how to honor your body and your whole being at all times, including right now?
Yes.
And forward bends are very calming and healing for the nervous system. Would you like to know what it feels like to have a calm and present mind so that you can feel compassion in every moment?
Yes.
And you may like to walk your hands forward a little bit for a deeper stretch. It's completely up to you. Always listen to your body and honor your body. Wherever you are, with every inhalation, come up slightly. With every exhalation, draw the belly in towards the spine, engage your left leg, and allow the breath to deepen the pose. Never forcing anything. We wouldn't be practicing yoga if we were forcing. Fully allowing the prana, the life force, into every cell of our being. I'd like to know what it feels like to be fully filled with that prana, and trust that it's possible for you, and you deserve it.
Yes.
With the next inhalation, reach your arms forward, engage your belly, come all the way up, and exhale your palms to your heart. Connect with your heart center and feel that love and compassion in your heart. Change legs in your own way. Straightening the right leg, your left foot comes to the inside of your right thigh. Flex your right foot. Inhale your arms up, breathe in with your affirmation. Exhale, come forward half of the way. Reach forward, lengthen. Engage your belly and inhale, come all the way up. You can look up too if you like. Exhale, come forward 3/4 of the way. Reach forward, create space. Engage your belly and inhale all the way up. Exhale, lower down all the way. Same on the side, your hands can touch the earth, your shin, or you can hold on to the sole of your foot. Never forcing anything, being gentle and compassionate with yourself. Wherever you are, with every inhalation, lift up slightly. With every exhalation, draw the belly in towards the spine and allow the breath to deepen the pose. I am compassionate. Really feel your affirmation with every breath. Breathe it into every cell of your body, mind, soul, your whole being. So you're one with it. Deep, slow breaths, calming your nervous system, creating more and more space for free energy, love and compassion. If you like, you can walk your hands forward, still lifting up with the inhalation, engaging your belly, and deepening the pose with the exhalation. Engage your right leg. Relax your head and neck. I'd like to know how to see everyone and everything through Creator's eyes, through unconditional love and compassion, and trust that it's possible for you.
Yes.
Beautiful. The next inhalation, engage your belly, reach your arms forward and inhale all the way up. Exhale your palms to your heart. I'd like to trust that there's enough time and space in your life to honor each moment and really be fully present in each moment.
Yes.
Nice. Then bring both feet onto the earth, and we're going to practice a gentle version of Paschimottanasana. So your knees are bent, your feet are on the earth, hip distance apart. Bring your hands onto the earth and gently walk your fingertips forward. Walk your hands forward. Maybe sigh out anything you like to release until your head touches your knees. So feel out, again, everybody is so unique. So feel out where your feet need to be in order for you to have a nice forward bend and have your forehead touch the knees, if that works for your body. Otherwise, just they don't have to touch the knees, but just focus on having a nice forward bend. Relax your head forward. No tension in your neck. Then walk your feet forward a little bit. so your forehead doesn't need to touch the knees. And straighten your right leg. Keep the left one bent, and still your torso is still leaning forward. And bend your right leg again. Place your foot onto the earth and straighten your right leg. And exhale into this forward bend. You can flex your left foot. And if it works for your body, you can straighten both legs, flex both feet. Inhale, extend your torso, extend your body up. Exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. And you can hold on to the soles of your feet or your big toes. Or your hands can rest on your shins or the earth. With every inhalation, come up slightly, create space. With every exhalation, draw the belly in towards the spine, engage your legs, flex your feet, and allow that exhalation to deepen the pose. Would you like to know how to live without criticizing yourself or others, and trust that it's possible? Like to detach from all expectations, because so many times expectations bring tension in the body, stress in the mind, and often disappointment. So let's release from all expectations. Is that okay?
Yes.
Would you like to fully trust your journey and trust the outcome?
Yes.
Nice. With the next inhalation, reach your arms forward, engage your belly, and inhale all the way up. You can bend your knees slightly if you feel any tension in your back. And exhale your palms to your heart. Reconnect with your heart. Feel that deep compassion in your heart. And come onto your hands and knees. Inhale your right arm back and up. And exhale it underneath your body, threading the needle. You can come onto your right cheek. Either walk your left hand forward, extending your left arm forward. I feel a deeper stretch in my shoulder this way, so feel it out for yourself. If you like, you can wrap your left arm around your lower back, touching your lower back, your outer thigh, or maybe even your inner thigh, and open your shoulders in that way. So you can either have it around your back, or you can have it forward, wherever you feel a nice deep stretch in your shoulder. With every exhalation, open up your shoulder a little bit more, being gentle and compassionate with yourself. So like to trust on all levels that gentleness, loving kindness, and compassion works in this dimension.
Yes.
So like to know how to be productive and efficient with an open heart, with compassion towards yourself and others, and trust that you can still get everything done that you're planning on getting done. And would you like to know how to balance out being and doing in your highest and best way?
Yes.
It's so important to have that balance. When we feel balanced, we can feel much more compassionate. It's easier, a lot easier. Keep your eyes closed and slowly come back to your hands and knees, breathing with your affirmation, I am compassionate. Inhale your left arm back and up. And exhale it underneath your body, threading the needle. You can walk your right hand forward and come onto your left cheek. Or the left side of your head, whatever works for your body. So either your arm can be extended forward. You could also come onto your fingertips.
Or you could wrap your right arm around your lower back, touching your lower back, your outer thigh, or you could wrap it around and touch your inner thigh. Feel a nice deep opening in your shoulder, but no pain. If you feel any pain, just soften the pose and create your yoga, your union. And again, for my body, I feel a deeper stretch when I extend my arm forward, but it's completely up to you. And every moment is different, so give yourself what you need right now. Breathing with compassion. Compassion for yourself and for all living beings. Just like to release all the weight of the world from your shoulders. Just breathe it out. And slowly come back to your hands and knees. Inhale, lift up your head and tailbone, arching your back. Exhale, round. Inhale, head and tailbone up, arching. Exhale, round. And move your hips from side to side, or in any way they like to move at this time. Just create a little more space in the hips. Then sit on your heels. So you're sitting up straight on your heels. Bring your right hand behind you and a little bit out to the right. Inhale your left arm up. Lift your sit bones up off your heels. And with the next exhalation, extend back and to the side. Opening your heart, opening your chest, your rib cage. Would you like to open up to all possibilities that bring more hope, compassion, and love to you and others? With the next exhalation, lower your arm down, sit on your heels again. Come back to center and take a few breaths here. I am compassionate. We can never have too much compassion. Would you like to know how would you like to trust that you're not being taken for granted when you're loving and compassionate?
Yes.
Sometimes people say, maybe I'm too nice. So would you like to release the belief that you're going to be taken advantage of when you're being nice and compassionate? And would you like to know how to be respected at all times and trust that it's possible, you're worthy of it, and you deserve it?
Yes.
Nice. Then walk your left hand back and out to the left. Inhale your right arm up. Lift up your sit bones off the heels. Reach back and a little bit to the left side. Open your heart, open your chest, your rib cage. I am compassionate, and really feel how you're opening your heart to that compassion. You're opening your heart to others, shining the compassion out through the heart, through your arm. The arms are about taking action, so spreading compassion through your actions. The next exhalation, lower your arm down, sit back on your heels, come back to center, and maybe move your hips from side to side, or just move your body in a subtle way, in any way it wants to move right now. Sometimes it's just a very subtle movement that really brings us back to balance. I am compassionate. And we're coming to a gentle version of karma, so So you're on your knees. Inhale your left arm up. You can curl your toes and exhale your right hand to your right heel. So we're leaning back gently, again opening our heart. And take a few breaths here. Your head can be in alignment with your spine, so you don't need to jerk your head back all the way. Better to keep it in alignment. Just focus on opening your heart. Press your hips forward. The next exhalation, lower your arm down. Come back, sit on your heels. Take a couple of breaths here, breathing with compassion. Come back to your knees. Curl your toes. Inhale your right arm up. And exhale, your left hand holds on to your left heel. With every inhalation, reach up. With every exhalation, lean back a little bit more, opening your heart more and more. Press your hips forward and feel out where your neck wants to be so you don't create any tension in your neck. Would you like to know how to shine that love and compassion out into the world?
Yes.
Beautiful. The next exhalation, lower your arm down and sit back on your heels. Come back onto your knees, curl your toes. And this is optional now. If you want to curl your toes, you can do that, and then your right hand reaches back to your right heel, your left hand to your left heel. And if you like, you can press your hips forward and have your head all the way back. If you like to go even deeper, you can uncurl your toes and basically do the same thing. So always honor your body, honor where you're at. How can you practice compassion? Still breathing with your affirmation, pressing your hips forward wherever you are, or you can repeat what we did before, just one arm at a time. Then bring your hands onto your lower back if you were in the full expression of camel, and slowly come up. Sit back on your heels and come into child's pose. Bring your knees wide. Your arms can be alongside your body, or they can be forward. Allow your forehead to touch the earth and completely let go and surrender. And sometimes after camel, people feel emotional, so let out whatever's coming up for you. Just breathe it out, be present with it, and just allow it. It's a very deep heart opener. Would you like to let go of all sadness, disappointment, grief that no longer serves you?
Yes.
Would you like to be totally compassionate with all the emotions and everything you're going through?
Yes.
Nice. And let's replace the sadness with Creator's unconditional love, compassion, and peace. Is that okay?
Yes.
Nice. Then walk your hands towards you and come into a standing position at the back of your mat. So slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Taking your time here, microbend your knees as you're rolling up. Inhale, your shoulders up. Exhale, back and down. And take a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose. You can bring your palms to your heart, actually. Just feel that compassion in your heart. Your feet are held by Mother Earth, fully supported. We're lengthening the spine. Now crown chakra, the top of the head, is fully connected to the universe, fully supported and guided. I'd like to know how to allow yourself to be fully guided by God.
Yes.
Let's come into tree pose. The more balance we can feel in our own being, the easier it is to feel loving and compassionate. So let's get into a balancing pose. Create a strong foundation with your left foot. Spread your toes. Your whole foot is connected to the earth. And then you can bring your right foot to your inner calf or inner thigh. If it's challenging for you to have balance, you can always rest your toes on the earth too. Just avoid pressing against the knee. Look at one point, the drishti focus point in front of you that doesn't move. It's going to help you to maintain your balance. And your knee comes out to the side. If you like, you can have your right hand at your right hip and inhale your left arm up. So we're lengthening the left side. And if you like, you can reach the right arm up too. Your palms can come together or they can come apart. With every inhalation, reach up, lengthen all the way from your standing foot through your fingertips. With every exhalation, roll your shoulders back and down to make sure you're not creating more tension. Your knees out to the side. I am compassionate. Would you like to know how to stand serene in the storm of life and maintain your compassion?
Yes.
Beautiful. Float your palms to your heart. Lower your foot down and relax your arms down. Either be in stillness or you can shake out your legs. Enjoy the stillness. Would you like to know how to live without rushing through life?
Yes.
Nice. And change legs. Create a strong foundation with your right foot. Spread your toes. Your whole foot is connected to the earth. And bring your left foot against your inner calf or thigh. You can always rest your toes on the earth and just lift them up for a couple of seconds at a time. The knees out to the side. Just avoid pressing against the standing leg's knee. Look at one point in front of you that doesn't move. Bring your left hand onto your hip and inhale your right arm up. The more you press your foot into the standing leg, the easier it is to maintain your balance. Lengthening all the way from your standing foot through the fingertips. Would you like to know how to stay strong, stable, and balanced at all times?
Yes.
If you like, you can inhale your left arm up. Palms can come together. If you have a lot of tension in your neck or shoulders, you may like to bring your palms apart. So feel out where the energy, the prana, the life force can flow freely in your unique, highest and best way. If you have your palms together, your arms can be straight or you can bend your elbows. Always create your own yoga. What is beneficial, what is opening for you at this time? Float your palms to your heart. Lower your foot down and shake it out. You can shake out your hands, your arms, your legs. Then come to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your palms to your heart. Bow forward and lower your fingertips onto the earth. Bend your knees and inhale your arms forward, coming into chair pose. So your weight is in your heels, feeling that strength in your legs. You can also lift your arms up. It's up to you. With every exhalation, sit a little deeper. Then inhale, come all the way up. With the exhalation, shift your weight into your heels and lean back into a beautiful heart opener. Inhale up. And exhale, bow to the earth, bring your fingertips onto the earth. Step your right foot back. And we'll come into pigeon. So bring your palms onto the earth and bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Your right leg goes straight back. You can walk your fingertips towards you and roll your shoulders back. Open your heart. With the next exhalation, walk your hands forward, and you can either create a pillow with your hands. Your head can rest on your hands. Or you could extend your arms forward and your forehead touches the earth. So your right leg is extending back. If you feel any pain in your left knee, feel free to bring your shin forward, parallel to the front of the mat. And your right leg doesn't need to be completely straight behind you. Just relax your back leg and still bring your forehead onto your hands. You could also stay in the original pigeon pose and just come back onto your hands. Just feel out where you can feel a nice stretch in your hip without any knee pain. Would you like to trust that it's safe for you to surrender and trust that you're taken care of by the Creator?
Yes.
Deep, slow breaths. I am compassionate. And press into your palms, walk your hands towards you, and press back to downward facing dog. Take 3 deep, full breaths here. You can walk out your legs or be in stillness. Allow your head and neck to relax, fingers spread wide, middle fingers facing forward. And after that 3rd breath, bring your right knee forward. Bring it behind your right wrist and extend your left leg out behind you. Walk your hands towards you, come onto your fingertips and roll your shoulders back for a beautiful heart opener. And slowly come forward, either resting your forehead on the hands or extending your arms out in front of you. And notice how you feel. If you feel any sharp pain in your knee, again, you can bring your shin forward so it's in alignment with the front of the mat. And just lean over your right leg and rest your forehead on your hands. Or you could stay in the pigeon and just come onto your hands and feel out where you can feel a nice release in your hip without any pain in your knee. This is a beautiful pose for introspection. Where can you create more space for compassion? Not judging, just noticing. Just let it arise. And breathe compassion into that
area of your life, or into that person that you may be holding a grudge against. Would you like to completely forgive everyone?
Yes.
One more exhalation, let it all go. Then walk your hands towards you. Come into a seated position. Bring both legs forward and roll onto your back. Move your knees from side to side or in circles, whatever you need right now. Then bring your knees to the left, your right arm out to the right and your head to the right. And breathe into this gentle twist. Breathe out anything you like to release that's preventing you from feeling loving kindness and compassion. Breathe it out, twist it out. Inhale back to center. And exhale, your knees to the right. Bring your left arm out to the left and your head to the left. Breathe in compassion. Breathe out anything else you like to let go at this time. I'd like to know how to be completely at peace and how to have all areas of your life and all cells of your being filled with love and compassion.
Yes.
Inhale back to center and come into happy baby pose. Holding onto the soles of your feet, either gently rocking from side to side, giving your back a nice massage, or being in stillness. Your back is supported by Mother Earth. I am compassionate. And gently draw your knees in towards your chest. With the next exhalation, let it all go with a sigh and relax into Shavasana. If you like, you can place a mat. You can roll up a mat and place it under your knees. Completely optional. It's a nice release for the lower back. Just do what's compassionate for you at this time. Walk your shoulder blades in towards each other. Your arms are by your side, palms facing up to receive fresh, loving, compassionate energy. And feel how open your heart is. Feel how every area of your body is filled with compassion. Feel how peaceful and loving your mind is at this time. And allow yourself to completely relax into stillness and deep compassion. a few breaths in complete stillness. Stay in Shavasana as long as you like. It's a very healing pose. Very nurturing. Whenever you feel ready to come out of Shavasana, start deepening your breath. Breathing with your affirmation. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes. All over to your right side. You can move the blanket to the side if you used one. Keep your eyes closed and press into your left palm to come up into a seated position. Come into any seated position that is comfortable for you at this time. Inhale your palms to your heart. Connect with that compassion. Feel that you're filled with compassion and love. It's possible for you to feel compassion. You're worthy and you deserve compassion for yourself and others. We'll close with one chant of Om all together. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for your beautiful, compassionate practice. Have a beautiful rest of the day and take this compassion, this loving kindness with you. Share it with the world. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video and comment. That would be very helpful. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.